Welcome to the DRS training video series. Today I'm going to take you through the Dumpster Rental Systems driver application. This will be a very long, informal video because I want to show you all the various workings of the application, all the functionality, and we highly recommend it. It's really going to help out your business operations. So let's go ahead and jump into it. For my setup here that you see on the screen, I have my control panel logged in here on the left-hand side. Currently I'm in the reporting area because that's where I'm going to start showing you some things in the control panel. And then I have my iPhone plugged into my computer here. That way we can see simultaneously between the two. Alright, so to get the application, it is available on Android and Apple. I will open up the App Store, and all you have to do is do a search for Dumpster Rental Systems. Once you do a search for Dumpster Rental Systems, it's the only application that pulls up besides the ad there at the top, and it's free to download. Just go ahead and download that, and then you'll get that on your phone. To log into the application, your folder name is located up here in the URL. It's the part before the .OURERS. Your folder name is generally how we locate your account if you're calling into customer service or technical support and you need assistance. If we can't find your account by your business name, we can always find it by the folder name. So we'll insert the folder name and enter in the username and the password. You can always edit your users under admin, general config, and users, and we have a separate training video that talks all about users. And there's a lot of good information if you search users in the help knowledge base, which will tell you about the various access levels, who can see what, because generally you're going to be hiring drivers to use this application, which is why it's called the driver app, and you may not always want them to have access to do maybe discounts or see your reporting. Now that I have all of my information entered, folder name, username, and password, I'm going to tap login. And the first screen that pulls up right away is the clock in and clock out screen. When I tap clock in, the application will, of course, automatically clock me in. If this is your first time using the application, it'll also ask you for location access. And the reason for that is Truck Tracker, which I will show you in just a second. Now that I've clocked in, we're going to look at the Reports tab. Under the Reports tab, I'm just going to do a search here for time, and you can see that there's two reports for time cards. The first one, employee time cards, just gives you a total and aggregate of all of the punches. And if you've entered a pay rate in the user section, it'll also calculate pay for you. And then the other one is the employee time card list. The time card list shows you the individual punches, lets you add a new one manually in case your employee forgot to clock in, and also you can edit the punch in case your employee made a mistake. Once your employee is clocked in, the driver app will ask for your location access like I mentioned before. And let me expand this out just a little bit. So this is the normal look without condensing it. But what the location access does is it records your employee's route in the Truck Tracker. This feature is automatically included. Once your employee clocks in, you can see it right here from the all drivers. If I choose from the drop-down box, you can see I just recently clocked in. And then it'll pull up, and I can see my location. Okay, let's close out of that and move on to the next area. Back in the application, I'm going to go ahead and hit the menu button. And where the majority of functionality is in the View Load Sheet area. Once you click on View Load Sheets, you can see the route for the day. If you need to change dates, you just click the little calendar icon here, and a calendar will pop up, and you can select whatever day you'd wish. So we're going to go ahead and look at Wednesday, April 1st. Here in my browser window, let me click on the 1st. And this will pop up with our routing screen. If you need to make any changes to this area, just know that it is locked by default. The reason we did that is if you access this on mobile, sometimes you can accidentally move around these boxes without meaning to. So it is locked. Just click the lockbox to unlock it, and then you can drag and drop and edit things as needed. Now, whatever route you set up, it will appear in the same order here. So I always need to start at my depot. Routing will always route you from your warehouse location that is under admin, general config, and company info. You can see that I go to the yard, and then I have a 30 yard to deliver for order 1189, the yard again, and there's yard 1189, yard again, order 1190. So this does display in the exact order that you created here in the route. Even custom stops. The yard is a custom stop. If you need to add a custom stop, you just click the plus sign. By default, it adds a warehouse, and you can click on the warehouse to edit the name of it. So I could go ahead and call this dump number 1, and then click on the address and update the address. Now, in order for my driver to see this route, I need to click on the truck number. That's what these are here on the left-hand side. So I will click on the 1, and this will give me a little pop-up box for truck number. With my pop-up box, I will go ahead and I will select the driver here from the drop-down. Then once your driver logs into the DRS driver application, they will see the same route that we just looked through. Now, more functionality exists within the app. Let's go ahead and take a look at an order. To see more information about this order, I will click this little green basket icon. Now, the majority of things in the driver app are linked. If you tap on the phone number, it'll try to call the customer. If you tap on the address, it'll use your phone's default navigation application to take you to the address. Here on the first tab within the order, down below the customer information, these are the order options. Now, order options are customizable on dumpster accounts by default. We usually have a, please give us a description of what you're dumping and where would you like the dumpster located. But any of those options that the customer is filling out during the order process will automatically appear in the application. So you could have some helpful information like on-site contact and maybe a secondary phone number if your driver is going to a construction site. You can also add internal notes there at the bottom by tapping the green icon, and those will automatically go to the control panel. I'm going to tap the second tab here at the top and show you some more functionality. Let me close out of my routing window, and I'm going to go to the dispatch screen. What we see here on the app, at the top is my tonnage. Go ahead and click the pencil icon, and you can record the tonnage right here in this area. The tonnage will automatically update too on the dispatch screen, as if you were entering it right here. Next, we will look at our order checklists. So the order checklist options appear within the app. If I go ahead and tap on dumpster picked up, it will automatically record that, and the color coding will update on the dispatch screen as well. When I go ahead and refresh the page, you can see that the icon was automatically updated. And there was no delay. I did that within a second. I tapped this, reloaded this, and the icon was updated. Here in the app, we can see the order contents. So we can see the customer is ordering a 30-yard dumpster, and there is a serial number assigned. To assign a serial number, just click the little green serial icon. It looks like a little barcode, and you can choose from your existing list of serial numbers. Now, if a serial number is assigned, you cannot change it. It would have to be changed from the control panel, because you can see on this order, there's already a serial number on there. So instead, I tap the barcode, and it gives me the option to change the status. These statuses are customizable. We will have a separate video that'll take you all through serial numbers, changing the statuses, how to record that, and how to use that at a later time. And then anything that's additional on the order, like the swap out, dry run, just additional things we were testing, show here within the contents too. The next tab over is for any order photos. If there were photos, they would appear and you could swipe through them. You can take a photo with your camera or add one from the library, as you see. The photos will automatically add themselves right here to this area, to the images. You can also automatically attach those images to a receipt or to an invoice if you'd like to. It's not set up by default, but if you search order images in the knowledge base, it will show you how to do that. Technical support can help you out with that too. You might want to attach a receipt for the dump, showing the customer the tonnage. If so, that could be part of your workflow, and it's all easily done with the application in the control panel. The last tab we will look at has the $sign here at the top, and this allows you to take payments directly from the application. But I can tap the little green $sign icon, and here's the payment screen, where you can do a manual card entry, record a cash payment, whatever you need to do for your accounting. Let me go back, and then if the contract was already signed, you would see that in here. Otherwise, you can click the View and Sign Contract icon, which here's the contract for your customer to go ahead and see. And then just tap the green icon in the bottom right-hand side for them to sign it. Okay, I will back out, and we're back to our View Load Sheet area. I'm going to hit the menu icon again. And the next area that we will look at is the View Tasks. I'm going to go to the home screen within the control panel and show you where the task area is located. Let me expand my window out. And tasks are located right here on the control panel. Easily click the button to add a new task. You can assign it to the employee of your choice, add in the name, what needs to actually be completed, and even do a due date. And then you can mark them complete from this area or dismiss them. When tasks are complete, they do not automatically dismiss from the control panel. You would have to go through and dismiss them. That way it just keeps a log in case you want it. But earlier I went ahead and I did assign myself a task. And then when I click here, the View Task, you can see it popping up. And I can go ahead and check that and mark it complete. And then let me refresh my control panel. Now that I've refreshed my control panel, you can see that the task here has been marked complete. So I'm going to fix my browser window again. And one more note, you can go ahead and assign tasks from the Customers tab too. So maybe this was for a specific client. So let me search my name. Stretch this window out one more time, and there's a tasks area right here. So these would be for customer specific tasks from the home screen. That would be something that you just need for the business, like maybe someone needs to run out and buy motor oil, or who knows what it might be. But we just wanted the seamless integration between seeing the task of the app, letting your employee know that they have to complete something, and then giving your employee the ability to go ahead and mark it as completed. The last link is an easy button just to hit, which will take you right to the control panel. So your employees do have access to the control panel. If it's their first time signing in, they will need to accept the end user license agreement. Scroll down to the bottom, tap I agree. And you could use this yourself. We definitely recommend that you download the driver application and become familiar with it. But you could also just get to your control panel straight from your mobile device. And we have built the control panel to work in mobile format. But this is why you'd want to go through the users section and restrict anything from your drivers or your employees that you would not want them to see. Okay, that covers all the functionality of the driver application. We hope you download it and that it serves you well. Please let our technical support team know if you have any questions or concerns. I hope you have a great day.